Right, welcome to Master Destiny quarterfinals preview. I'm just going to have a little look at these matchups and give a prediction or two. As you can see, we've got a Terrible Idea against Grosnick's Boys, Dark Judges against Greentown Gut Squishers, the Jolly Nice Boys against Happy Thoughts, and Probably Frogs versus Root 55. So let's go in here and confirm the round. We've got all matches played. Okay, so let me just have this up over here. So first of all, we've got a Terrible Idea against Gossick's Boys. So a Terrible Idea are the rookie rats. Let's just find them. And they come into this pretty undamaged. You know, they've lost a gutter runner, they got block on their thrower, but still they're going to be playing with a lot of inducements. They're at 950. They did pretty well against the Nurgle last round. All in all, they played a good game, so it'll be interesting to see how they do against Grubsnick's Boys, which is X team. So a Terrible Idea will get about 1 million in inducements. It'll be interesting what comes. There'll be some claw on the pitch for sure. And what we've got going on here. So we've got a couple of skills. I'm just waiting on them. One on the Strength 4 Might Blow. I imagine this will be tackle. It's got to be tackle or piling on, I guess. And this Blitzer agility, I would think probably just Mighty Blow, and they're just going to try and do that orc thing of going through a team. I think that the Rats are going to struggle in this one. I think they might be on the wrong side of a 2-1 grind, but we will see. It's a lot of inducements, and Pyro's a good coach, so I would say that X definitely the favourite, but who knows what can happen. And then we've got the Dark Judges. So this is that undead team that I quite fancy for the whole thing, just because they're so well developed, like uber mummies here as well. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players. We've got a couple of dirty players. Both of these dirty players are quite expensive though, at 80k and 100k, so there's a limit to how much fouling they can do. Rico, I guess, with the Niggle is an obvious candidate to do the fouling. But yeah, again, it's just a solid team. They had a tough match against the Rookie Bretts last round. Morg did a really good job, but eventually they managed to kill Morg, and after that the game just sort of flipped completely. From it was looking like the Undead were in a spot of bother, but from there they could just steamroller them. And they're up against Greentown Gut Squishers, so 1750. So a strong orc team who came through against another orc team. How that one went was I think it was the Gut Squishers, they received and then they got a few removals, and from there it went on. Now they've still got a very big roster. I still think that maybe this is too big, but I guess Nuffle was had a hand and removed one for this game. We've got Black Hawk AV8. I mean, he's decent, isn't he? But if there's a lot of Mighty Blow on the pitch, he might struggle. 200k, so his bank is 50k over as well. So I imagine that will drop the TV down slightly, allow some inducements to come in. Definitely kind of like a wizard, I expect. Not sure what else. Actually, I'd be quite interested to see what Daxa does with that. So, I mean, it's a decent orc team. It's not brilliant. It still feels like a work in progress, and I think the TV is just so high because they've got so many players on the squad. I think the actual skills on the pitch don't really reflect their overall TV. So I would fancy Dark Judges for that one. And then we've got my team, the Goblins. Nothing much changed from when we played. Boris levelled, and I've just given sidestep, make him a bit of a nuisance at 1200, and we've got Happy Thoughts, which is the Norse. I think the Norse were a bit short on their roster before. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So one more to come in. That will give me about 150, so that'll probably be bribes, I imagine. They've got 3 Mighty Blow, 2 Tackle. So it might be that they just sort of go through my team. I think there's probably a high chance of that, especially if they receive. But if I manage to receive, then with the AV7, I might have a shot at kind of getting numbers advantage and just kind of keeping the pressure on. I think this one is going to be quite tight, and I think it's going to come down to whoever wins toss. But I'm a big fan that there was a more cowbell on this team. I'm liking that. He's a good player as well, even better. So yeah, I think this one, whoever receives is going to win. And then finally, we've got the Frogs, who I really want to see in action, actually. So you've got Benny, like his stats with this team, 5 wins, 4 draws. I think that's really, really impressive for what doesn't look like that great a team. So I was hoping to kind of cover their match in the round of 16. Didn't happen. They came through against... Who did they come through against? Disbury Razors. So I think that's an all team, isn't it? Yeah, that was another all team. You've got a decent blitzer. Again, it's sort of a lack of wrestle, lack of strip ball. It's quite different to how I would build a Kislev team. But it's obviously working for Benny. So I will hopefully be able to cover this one. I'd quite like to cover it live because he's up against another Orc team who I quite fancy to do very well in this tournament. Hort 55, and Azzy, where's your team? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Mighty Blow. I can't see the Kislev standing up against that. That is such a huge amount of Mighty Blow. I mean, it's very good, isn't it? It's just very good. They're just going to kind of cut a hole through most teams and just keep hitting and hitting. And as long as they're staying on the pitch with their high AV, I think they're very hard to deal with. So I can't really see past this team against the Frogs, but like I say, I haven't seen them, so I could be completely proved wrong. So it'd be very interesting to see how that goes. And let's just have a quick look. So we run this up to the 10th, so Sunday the 10th of December. So try to get your games in over these 2 weeks. Any problems with that, do let me know. But with that, let's wrap this up and see you all on the pitch.